Yeah, let's get it. What's up? What's up? What's up? Eagles Nation's fan, and welcome to the fan cave where it doesn't matter where you live as long as Eagle pride is what you give. I'm your host, OGP, and you know the deal. It's time to get real. You see the thumbnail and the ticker below, so you know it's time to show one more video. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can email me at the ticker underneath the screen there. Also, there you will find our Twitter, where you can send us, where you can find out the link so that you can come and share and live and ask questions and things of that nature. Well, anyway, I'm excited. Listen, I'm excited because this is my birthday week. Friday's my birthday, and it's going to be celebrated. I'm going to be at the Eagles game, the first preseason game with the New York Jets. And it's interesting that we signed today DeAndre Torrey, who is an undrafted free agent from the Jets, and we're going to be playing them later this week. So I'm excited about that. Going to be there, and then leaving and going to spend some vacation time. Listen, I'm excited about our team. I really am, but I have some concerns. I want to talk a little bit about that before I get into some other things. I know our training camp has been a little bit different, maybe a lot different than a lot of the other teams. We haven't practiced as much as other teams. Let me get rid of some of this noise here. We haven't practiced as much as other teams, but I've been looking at the injury list. I wanted to put it on here, but it's not working right. So, but we have had quite a long list of injuries for a team that's not hitting as much as all the other teams. We've got concussions and things like that of players when we haven't been really hitting. I mean, our two left tackles, first and second string, are out with concussions. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get it. Maybe what the plan is to save the players as much as possible. We did have. We were the least injured team in last year, which is a good thing. But at the same token, we're not hitting, and some people are concerned about that. I'm not so much concerned about it as it is that I'm concerned with the amount of injuries that are on our injury reports. That concerns me. I don't get it. Now, one injury that concerns me, but I know that it's not. Everybody's saying it's not a big deal. Is that is Kelsey. Kelsey is going to be out. I think it's 4 to 6 weeks with scoping his elbow, what have you. I really would have thought that could have happened during the offseason or even sooner than this. But what I am glad is that Jurgens is going to get a chance to get his feet wet, and already has, because Jordan Davis put him on skates. We've seen that. But I will say this: he might have put him on skates, but big man was in there. He was, he stood in there and took all that, and he stood up in it. So I got to give Cam Jurgens much props because he didn't run away from it. He didn't get bowled over. He was skating, but he was in it. He's locked in. So I give him props on that. Listen, I'm really, I've been seeing some footage of Bradbury. I personally think, this is me, I personally think Bradbury is going to have an outstanding season. I think we might want to sign Bradbury to a long-term deal, at least locking down for a while. I think we can do that. But I'm sure after this season, because he's going to have a good season, it's going to be a lot of money thrown at him. It's going to be a lot of money thrown at him because what he's doing and how he's playing AJ Brown, and AJ Brown is playing him. You talking about $100 million dude playing this dude that 10 million? But I tell you one thing, Bradbury's showing he's worth more than 10 million. So So if we want to keep this dude, I think we're gonna have to come out the pocket. And one thing I people don't talk about. I did research. I mean, the Eagles are worth $3.8 billion. I didn't say million, I said billion. Okay. And the money that these players are getting is money that's supposed to last them for the rest of their life, and they have no health insurance. So this money is supposed to last them through. Come on now. Where's the Players Association? These guys should be getting paid, because we're talking about people who are putting their life on the line every week for our entertainment. Sure, it's their choice. It's definitely their choice, as it is all of our choices. But we still want to be paid appropriately for whatever it is that we do. All right, so that's another point. But with that, I want to say the DB play has been outstanding. I went to the practice, and I have to say, I am really, really proud of our defense. I think our defense, I hear people saying, offense gets tickets, but defense wins championships. And I think we have a championship winning defense without question. I don't even think we need to make any additions. I hear people wanting this player and that player. No. I think we got what we need. I really do. I don't see a real weak place on our defense. I think that we are going to be a top 5 defense, at least a top 5. I hear some people saying, top 10. No, top 5. We're going to be the top in the top 5 defenses this year. But I'm really proud of the defensive back play. I'm also I have been impressed from what I've seen personally from the linebacker play. The linebacker play has been good. I still want to see more flashes from Nakobe Dean. I haven't seen the flashes that I've expected, but I know it's coming, because Kobe Dean is a student of the game. And once he's got what he needs to get, he's going to be able to play without thinking, and he's going to play fast. So I still think that Nakobe Dean is still in the learning process. So I'm really, really impressed with that. And then I wanted to say this about DeAndre Torrey. I think he's just a camp body. We needed to add another running back. We only had 5 running backs in camp. It's too much work. There's too much work for those guys. We need to be able to rest our running backs and save their legs for the season. So I'm glad to see them signing them. I watched some tape on him. He's a short guy. He kind of reminds me of the running back we have already. His name just escaped me. Scott. He reminds me of Scott. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, but one running back that I have been highly impressed with, especially through these 2 eyes, is Huntley. I think it's time for Huntley to get some play. I think it's time for Huntley to not make the practice squad, but to play on the 53. I really do. He's a smaller back, though. We do need backs that can catch the ball, and we need a short yardage back. So he's a smaller guy. So it's going to be difficult for him to make the team. But even though I would like to see him make the team, because he's fast. He's fast. Okay. Now I hear people talking about Reagor and wanting to see Reagor get traded. First of all, I think what we got to keep in mind, just like with Andre Dillard, these are first-round draft picks. These are first-round draft picks. You don't give up on first-round draft picks easily. You shouldn't. We did with was it Aguilar? And he went and he played better in a new city. And sometimes that may be the case. I hear that's what people are saying, that Reagor needs to go to a new city. I don't know. I just think Reagor is going to play better without the pressure of being a number 1 or number 2. I think that he's going to play better as a number 3 or number 4, and with less targets. I think and able, because I think Reagor has he's gifted and talented. And if he wasn't, I don't think that they would have tried to give him and feed him and force him the ball the way that they did in the last couple of seasons. So they see something there. So you don't want to just give up on that unless you've tried something. And I think this year would allow us to try to see if this guy will flourish as a 3 or a 4, more like a 4. So I don't want to see him traded because, and I hear people saying he should try as a running back. No, he shouldn't. He's a wideout. This is what he's played. I think that, he can probably play and I think they've tried or trying to lean toward that to play him like they're doing Debo in San Francisco. So, but I think with all the talent around him, I think that he's going to be able to flourish. I don't think we need to get rid of him. I don't think we need to get rid of Dillard. I think we need to keep Dillard. I think Dillard is important to the team for the fact that I personally think Lane Johnson has proven himself to be unreliable. That's just me. I'm just gonna, the deal. I'm gonna keep it real. I just think if you look over 2014, he missed 4 games. 2016, he missed 10 games. Then last year he missed 2 or 3 games. I think it was 2. So I mean, I'm concerned. And so going into the season, I know that he says he's feeling better and everything. That's fine and dandy. But we can't afford to make the mistake. And I hear people say, "Well, Dillard doesn't play right tackle. If he wants to play here, he will. He needs to." And I think that what he will do is just like Seumalo, make himself more valuable by being diversified. He's going to have to learn how to play that right side, that right tackle. He needs to learn, and I think he's been working on it. I do. I like what I've seen in Dillard. He's put on some muscle. I think he's put on some nastiness. He's felt disrespected. He's probably angry, pissed off like Miles Sanders, and wants to prove some things. So I don't want to get rid of him. I want to keep these guys, him and Reagor, on the team and see what they can do this year. Well, I'm not going to keep you and belabor the point, but I want to ask you, please, if you would help a brother out. Give me that HBO special, please. I need it. I need you to like, subscribe, share, or hit the notification bell. And you can send all your comments, your concerns, and your questions to the email that's underneath, that's tickering underneath the page there. So listen. Until the next time, this is OGP bidding you peace, power, and eagle pride. Come on now.